I was born right back at the golf links on what they call a Stonehouse Road. You know, the golf links up here at right out from the state garage. Well, I went to a little white school, little Oak Grove school, I should call it, Little White School, and it's up here on 219. We lived right across about a 3/4 of a mile from there. It's right across from where Bill Reynolds has his oil place. It's all gone now, and he has his home up there. But there used to be a little school there they called the White School or the Oak Grove. And that's where I went to. I went to eighth up to the 7th grade. And then back at that time, whenever you didn't have enough students, they would cut these little schools out. And I had to go up at Edgewood. I went there for my 8th grade. And then I come to high school down here for a year, about a year and a half. And I wasn't learning and everything. And my mother let me stop and go to work. I went to work at 16. But I come to high school down here for about a year and a half. And I wasn't studying everything, wasn't making good grades. And I told her I'd like to just go to work, so she let me go to work. And that's the reason I went to work when I was 16 years old, when ordinarily I would be in school. He joined the Army when he was 18 years old, and I kind of think them boys up in there was wanting to think the war would go be over the year's time and to get out of there and see something. But he joined in, he was 18, 62, and he was there to the end of the war, 65. And he was lucky enough he didn't get wounded. But he was born in, I think, in 1843, and he was 80. But I was born. He was 65 when I was born. Jacob Beard was my grandfather. He was buried up there in Neola. Of course, I didn't know him, but that's where my father lived, back up there. And he joined the Civil War, and then the war was over. How he got over in Pocahontas, I don't know. But the lady he married was over in Pocahontas. When I was about, before I started to school, about 6 or 7 years old, he'd get me in. He'd come out here, I was out there playing and skating. I used to like to skate a lot, coast. He'd come out there and call me to come in and study books. I didn't have to take a primer. I went through the first and second year, I think, the 1 year. He taught me arithmetic and spelling when I was about 6 or 7 years old. But I wanted to keep on skating.
The mountains wrap a foggy blanket round their shoulders.
And then we go to see that circus. That was another day. We go down in the morning, see that circus that afternoon, and come back home. And that circus, Sparkling Brothers, I believe they had all white horses. They had a lot of, they should have a parade before maybe they had the circus, and they had white horses. And it's usually around about the 5th, the 10th of May, along the first part of May. And I can remember that very well. In my younger days, that was a big excitement to go to see a circus. My father died and I was only 14. And when he died while we were still up on the farm. And so we went down there, and when I helped support my mother even when I went to work down there, because her husband was dead, the children all left.